Hi everyone, and welcome to a celebration of a glorious treble-winning season and a world record 50 league championships. It's been a breathless, pulsating campaign, and who'll ever forget that incredible final league Sunday in Ibrox when the title was won in stoppage time. During the next 2 hours you can enjoy every goal scored in every competition by the Light Blues, plus exclusive interviews with the manager and players, and a review of the other events which have made it such a memorable year for the team. The long road to the treble began in July 2002 when Alex McLeish and his squad set up base stateside for the season ahead. Rutgers University complex was the venue for punishing double training sessions in stifling heat. That, plus 4 games in quick succession, gave the squad a solid platform from which to launch the new campaign. The manager's first season in charge yielded 2 cups, but it was now time to take up the challenge of returning the league championship to Ibrox.
I think we all had a good break and we were on a high for a few weeks. And then you realise that you have to get your feet back in the ground at this club and get back to focusing on being a winner again. So we need players, staff, everybody that's part of Rangers Football Club, fans, to keep that winning mentality. I know the fans will always have that. All they ever really want is to see you winning, but the players must have that hunger and desire every single day they come into training and every time they take the field in a Rangers jersey.
The gaffer stressed us, even during pre-season, the games that we've got to start with the right attitude, and I think all the boys know. I mean, Celtic are still the team to catch. They've been in the past 2 years. I mean, the league doesn't tell a lie. They've been the top team, so we've got to go in and try and beat them.
And to help in that quest, the gaffer brought in £6 million signing Mikel Arteta from PSG and Kevin Muscat from Wolves.
Siempre hace falta un tiempo de adaptación para meterse.
No, of course, it always takes a little bit, a little while before, I get through all the system, all the set time in this new team. But everything's going in a good way. 3 weeks already we've been training here. The manager is helping me. All the people, the teammates, they are helping me, of course. And of course, also during the game on the pitch, I try to help them, and they try to help me as much as they can, because that's how it should work.
First class, great bunch of lads. Obviously, the first thing you notice, the team spirit in the change room has been really good. Makes it a lot easier to settle down. The first thing about it is coming away, being away from Glasgow, all the distractions, getting away, eating, sleeping literally with the rest of the boys. I think you really need to do that. Coming out here, the games have been first rate, some tough opposition that can only be good for preparation.
While the squad was based in the leafy suburbs some 20 miles from New York, a couple of visits to the Big Apple allowed the boys to soak up the atmosphere.
Being so close to the city, then the obvious attraction was there for the players when we gave them a break. And of course the city has just got a magnificent aura about it, and the players paid their respects at ground zero, along with the staff. And you know, we came deliberately a wee bit away from the city so that it wouldn't be on their doorstep every day and give them too many temptations. But as I said, they showed a lot of professionalism in the 2 weeks, and we recognised when they needed a break, because it's difficult when you're cooped up and you're seeing each other every morning at breakfast, at lunchtime, the evening meals, you're training together. Everything's kind of under pressure, and it's nice for them to get the bond and the spirit and relax together also. So we try and marry all the aspects of being a professional footballer and the aim to get the right blend and the right team spirit.
The magnificent New York Giants Stadium was the venue for the matches against River Plate from Argentina and the Brazilian Santos, with the tour's other two games featuring an All-Stars Rutgers 11 and American D3 Pro League outfit Reading Rage at the University Stadium. So here we go for the first goal scored by McLeish's men in 2002-2003. So with an excellent pre-season in America behind them, it was down to business in the Scottish Premier League. Too many points dropped early in the previous campaign left a mountain to climb. This season, however, it was consistency in the early months which laid the foundations for the 50th league title triumph.
Rickson to Mikel Arteta, one of the new summer arrivals. Gattuso with a strong challenge on him, but Rangers still make progress. It's Lovenkrands now, promising this. Oh yes! Rangers are in front, and it's Ronald de Boer, and Ibrox erupts.
That's a good header, but it's a wonderful delivery from Peter Lovenkrands, who up until now has been lying very deep. Finally get him into the last third. Time to look up. Contra doesn't get to him quickly enough. And what a good delivery.
Arteta delivers. Oh, and it's going to be bundled in by Kanigia. He's going to claim it. Craig Moore knocked it back. And it gets better and better for Rangers. They are 2 up against the multi-million-pound men of Milan.
Yeah, again, it's one off the training ground. Good delivery by Arteta. De Boer comes short. Delightful glance into the back post area. And it's no more than a tap in as Craig Moore sets it up. So, who's going to take this? Arveladze, I suspect. Yes, he's the man. Performed the task before. He's had some mixed success, though. 1-1, and a fine penalty by Arveladze. Coolness personified. In from Arteta. The opening goal. And it's Ronald de Boer. They scored following a corner kick last weekend and do the same again. They'll hope the follow-up is a little bit more impressive than it was at Rugby Park.
Rangers looking for a way through. No one more creative than Ronald de Boer. Making space for Muscat. Pass finds its way through to Flo. Spinning round him is Arveladze! 2-0. Good movement from Arveladze. No one went with him for Dundee. And he placed the shot wide at Speroni. And Rangers 2-0 up. Arveladze trying to get the pass timed right. Certainly is timed right. And Peter Lovenkrands makes it 3-0. A very calm finish from Lovenkrands. 3-0. Great interception by Arteta. Now Lovenkrands. Early chance for Rangers. De Boer! Ronald de Boer has Rangers ahead. And we've played less than 6 minutes. Unimpressive at the back were Hibs. And Rangers make it count. It's Barry Ferguson who scored 6 goals last season, 3 of them penalties. Can he give Rangers an interval edge? He certainly can. It's 2-1 Rangers. Rickson's throw, looking for De Boer. Murray with the header away. It's a miscue from Jack. Rickson again. Lovenkrands! 3-1. And that's a blunder by Matthias Jack, which is punished by Rangers. 19 minutes gone in the second half. Rangers looking safe. Way off to Arthur Newman. Here's Jack. Headed away by Amoruso. Flo, Ferguson.
Lovenkrands onside. Is it to be 4-1? Lovenkrands, yes! 4-1, 2 for Lovenkrands.
It's a fabulous finish. He's managed to stay on side in his own half this time, Rob, but his blistering pace took him all the way through. It's a good touch, nice and composed, waiting for the goalkeeper to come, and just knocked it with the outside of his foot across the goalkeeper. It's a fine finish.
There's Arteta. Lovenkrands. Newman goes ahead of him. Lovenkrands decides to take it alone. Good cut back. Tommy Babaladze, and stroked into the back of the net by Ronald de Boer. He's on form at the moment. That'll please Alex McLeish. Rangers get the breakthrough in 29 minutes. Positive running there by Lovenkrands. Got between two Aberdeen defenders, and Ronald de Boer knocks it in for his third goal in 3 games. Philip Maguire in deep discussion there with Arthur Newman, and now Barry Ferguson has the responsibility from the spot. Peter Keir faces the Rangers skipper. Ferguson scored against Hibs last week from the spot, and he scores against Aberdeen this week from the same distance.
Here's Rickson. Threads it through. Hesitation. And Caniggia round Rautenbach and scores! 11 minutes gone, Rangers ahead. And a desperate mistake in Dunfermline's defence allows Rangers to hit the front. Caniggia rolls it through for Arteta. Absolutely brilliant. Arteta's first goal for Rangers, and it's a memorable one. 2-0 at East End Park.
It's a stunning goal. I mean, he did well to get the turn in because he was being challenged, but it's almost like a free kick. He just picks his spot. Just watch him make the little turn there. He falls over, gets back on his feet at the same time. But look at this, he just picks his spot here from a standing position almost, just curls it into the roof of the net. A magnificent goal.
Arteta tries again from the set piece. Now Rickson sets himself for the shot and scores. It's 3-0. 4 minutes from half time, and Fernando Rickson seemed to have all the time in the world to strike that shot. Barry Ferguson has scored from the penalty spot in his last 2 matches, and it's 3 in a row for the skipper, and it's 4-0 Rangers at East End Park. Mikel Arteta with the free kick driven in towards Craig Moore, and a chance for Caniggia to make it 5. 2 for Caniggia, 5 for Rangers. And Dunfermline are being torn to pieces.
Poor defending again, but a great turn by Caniggia in the box. You can see what he's trying to do here. Very hard thing to do as the ball's whipped across with Arteta. Watch his turn here. Gets a little break as it just flicks off a defender, hits Lee Bull in the legs and comes back to him. And he gets the break and he just knocks it. Hammers it in with his left foot.
If they look dispirited, you can understand why. But they have to hold it together. Arteta again, Caniggia was there. Still not cleared, De Boer back! And Caniggia scores! It's a hat-trick for Claudio Caniggia. It's half a dozen for Rangers. And this could get worse for Dunfermline because we've still got 23 minutes left.
Ferguson tries to play it inside Wilson. Maurice Ross is there! What a finish by Maurice Ross! His first Rangers goal gives his side the lead at Almondvale. Well, it didn't take Rangers long to make 11 against 10 count. Ferguson, nobody closed him down. It was a lovely pass inside. Maurice Ross steadied himself and cracked it past Brutto. So Barry Ferguson looking for his 4th goal of the season. Scores his 4th of the season.
Craig Moore has pushed up to the edge of the area for Barry Ferguson's free kick. He's the target. Got his head to it as well. That's Arveladze and Lovenkrantz and De Boer! It's the opening goal for Peter Lovenkrantz. 2.5 minutes played. His 4th goal of the season. Alec McLeish couldn't have hoped for a better opening from his team. The set piece. Ferguson to Moore. Arveladze played his part against 2 Thistle defenders. A blistering shot from De Boer palmed away, but there was the waiting Peter Lovenkrantz to tuck it home. Maurice Ross with the long throw, bouncing for De Boer. Brilliant goal by Ronald De Boer. And that was spectacular from De Boer. But Thistle really should have dealt with the bouncing ball. De Boer saw the glimmer of an opportunity, and in a flash it was behind Arthur, and Rangers now cruising. Arteta not picked up in the midfield, and he could do Thistle damage. So could Peter Lovenkrantz. So could Ronald De Boer. A 2nd for De Boer, a 3rd for Rangers. 24 minutes played in the 2nd half. 3-0 Rangers. And Rangers strengthen their position at the top of the pile. So another threat on the Dundee United goal. Played in by Arteta, and Lorenzo Amoruso scores. 2 against United last season, and he's opened the scoring here. 1-0 Rangers, 21 minutes gone.
Well, the warning's been there, we've said it, we've pointed it out, and then it happened again. Lorenzo Amoruso, 2 yards free inside the box, and then the kind of delivery from Arteta, it's right onto his head. Big Lorenzo, just a flick across the goalkeeper, giving Paul Gallagher absolutely no chance whatsoever.
Rickson, good header, clever header. Barry Ferguson, useful pass for Ronald De Boer. He'll catch it. Looking at the options. Barry Ferguson, 2-0. A minute into stoppage time at the end of the 1st half, and the Rangers skipper's 5th goal of the season.
That's real quality for me. Barry Ferguson starts to move, Ronald De Boer. It'd have been easy to play the ball in there, into the box, but realised there was no one there. Held it up. Ferguson, great midfield support play, and what a cool finish.
Barry Ferguson driving through that midfield. Now Muscat. And the substitute, Kanija. 35 years young. Gets it back from Arteta. Great movement, great build-up, great save. But Shota Arveladze scores from the rebound. 3-0 Rangers, 72 minutes played.
That's brilliant for me again. Fantastic play, Kanija. All his age and experience on his side, and Arteta, beautiful enthusiasm, great vision. Kanija staying on side, Shota Arveladze. Really Gallagher, very good save, but who's their 2nd ball? Not McCracken, it's Arveladze to put it into empty net.
The only disappointment in a pretty much perfect season was the shock exit in the 1st round of the UEFA Cup at the hands of the Czech side Viktoria Žižkov.
Oh, of course, we gave it away, not at the home game, but in the away game. 2-0 we lost to a fairly, with all due respect, poor team. And but at that night we were even worse than them. Although we missed a penalty that would make a huge difference, of course, 2-0 or 2-1. But I said before that we will turn that around at home. I was almost right, I guess. Scored 3 times, and then they scored a goal from out of nothing. We could already make 4-5-0. We didn't do that, and at the end, yeah, we had some, I think, really bad luck that we didn't create or didn't score the fourth one. Otherwise, we went through. So that was really disappointing because a Rangers team out of the UEFA Cup against Ziskov, that's a shame.
It was only Larsson putting himself above Ronald de Boer. It's Larsson's first taste of this Old Firm match, and no matter how experienced you are, nerves play a part. That's a good touch from de Boer, releases Rickson. Now Arteta! His first Old Firm game, his first Old Firm goal. 6 minutes played, Rangers ahead.
Really, Rand Douglas will be disappointed when he sees this one. Good play from de Boer. Lincoln with Rickson tried his shot, but Arteta following that good midfield support play. Oh, Rand Douglas will be really disappointed when he sees that one. Should have saved it.
Neil McCann's cross, and Ronald de Boer! It's 2-2! 2 in a minute at Celtic Park. And what sort of psychological effect will that have on Rangers? Ronald de Boer's 8th goal of the season. And it's square again.
If you want to answer him, that's the way to do it. Momo Salah be disappointed there. He should have taken the ball out. But Neil McCann, great vision. Ronald de Boer, what a good run. Peeling off Bobo Baldi. At first I didn't think he was going to make contact with the ball. I thought it was too high, but judged it to perfection. And what a powerful header. Magnificent goal.
Fernando Rickson is the long throw man. And for Ronald de Boer. Down for Arteta, off de Boer. And almost a chance for Arveladze. It is back to goal. Arthur Newman, good strike! Chance for Arveladze. He's got it! Rangers are ahead. 15 minutes from time. Shota Arveladze reacted quickest in the 6-yard box and squeezed it home. Goal number 5 of this amazing Old Firm match.
Ferguson nicely away. Arteta. Little ball in. The challenge went in there. Rangers have a chance! It's as easy as that in the opening 2 minutes. The worst possible start for Motherwell. Easily knocked it into the net, and Stevie Woods, who's not had a touch, loses out to Lorenzo Amoruso, number 2 of the season. De Boer plays the ball inside. Arteta under pressure, but finds some space. Little ball across. Lovenkrands! A touch of class by Arteta. And Peter Lovenkrands supplies the finish. And as easy as you like, brilliantly executed by Lovenkrands. He made that look simple, but he had to guide the ball away from Stevie Woods. As Rangers look for one last attack. Lovenkrands, good control. Steps past his man, the ball still on the left foot, he drives it, there should be a chance! And Ronald de Boer hits double figures for the season. A simple little tap in, makes it number 10 for Ronald de Boer. The same total as he got last season, and that the easiest of the 10.
Rickson, fine pass, Ross, chance for Rangers. Oh, and goal! It's gone in off Townsend, and Rangers are level. Fortunate goal, are back in the top. Townsley blocked by Ritson, chance here for Rangers. De Boer very quickly on. Caniggia, Gallagher stayed down. Claudio Caniggia, and Rangers are ahead. Hibs looked for a flag that never came, and Claudio Caniggia puts Glasgow Rangers 2-1 up after their early setback here at Easter Road. This is Caniggia. Chance here, Lovenkrands, Rangers are ahead again. Caniggia, one touch on. And there's the Dane, Peter Lovenkrands. It's Hibs 2, Rangers 3, and the holders are ahead again.
Ritson with the throw. Loads, spins away on the left foot. It's like he's never been away. He celebrates his first start since March with a goal after just 5.5 minutes. And Michael Mols hands Rangers the perfect start in this one. Rangers 1, Kilmarnock 0, 5.5 minutes gone. Wrexham returns it to De Boer. Terrific, it's 3-on-2. Ball played back across. And Michael Mols celebrates once more. 14 minutes gone, and it's all going horribly wrong for Kilmarnock. Nicely done by the Dutchman. He's enjoying his afternoon. So Rangers 2 ahead. Trying the ball forward once more to Lovenkrands. And to Hughes, that's another great ball and run. And Rangers are flowing. De Boer now popping up on this left side. Inching closer towards goal, tries to find room for the shot, pulls it back, and again he's going to curl it in! Another terrific goal by Rangers, individual skill from Ronald De Boer. Rangers 3, Kilmarnock 0, Ronald De Boer. On the run, Dandelou has to hope the lock comes back to help him. Lock did, ball gets forced out wide. We're back to Ritson. Slide ball across, Michael Mols looking for his hat-trick, but he lays it off the stack for Barry Ferguson! Timed his run to perfection, did Barry Ferguson. Terrific run by Barry Ferguson. And it's Rangers 4, Kilmarnock 0. So Rangers prepare. Swing in the corner. The header will come in! From Craig Moore. And the Australian gets on the score sheet for the first time this season. Well, Craig Moore was all alone. Fulton was late to break onto him. The corner came over and Craig Moore just steered it in past Gordon Marshall. And Gordon Marshall has been beaten 5 times. Barry Ferguson missed a penalty against Iskov, but he scored 4 times from the spot. Can he make it number 5? Oh, the gently past Gordon Marshall.
This year, at the beginning of the season, we said, yeah, we have to start well because that gives you a boost for the whole season throughout.
Now the team started well, but you started particularly well yourself. 10 goals in the opening 12 games or something. What was the difference in your own personal performance, your own feeling?
No, I think what you say, the feeling was that I mentally, or not mentally, physical, so much better. So I only have to think about the mental strength and the ability to show it on the pitch. So I didn't have to worry about the physical part. So that makes it so much easier. Because before that I was struggling with injuries, coming back, and couldn't really be 100%. And now I wasn't. So then eventually, the qualities come drifting to the surface, I guess.
Arteta's corner kick inside the 30th minute. Craig Moore's header back off the crossbar, and it's Bob Malcolm who fires Rangers in front. Bob Malcolm goals are a bit of a rarity. He took that very well, with Dundee still in disarray after Craig Moore's header had rocketed down off the underside of the crossbar, but that's a pretty clinical finish from the central defender when the chance came his way. Mikel Arteta. Dangerous ball in, and Peter Lovenkrantz makes it 2. There was a deflection on the cross, and it popped up invitingly for Lovenkrantz to head in his 7th goal of the season. Scored with a header recently against Motherwell at Ibrox, and he's done it again. The regular corner kick man, Mikel Arteta. Goal number 3, and it's Craig Moore. Dundee have struggled to cope with him at set pieces throughout, and having scored last weekend, his first of the season, Craig Moore makes it 2 in 2.
Arteta's free kick. Caniggia! It's in! And Rangers have broken the deadlock! And surely now will continue their remarkable run against the Vars of Dunfermline, who haven't beaten them in 14 years, and for all their heart and courage are behind once again.
Ferguson. And Arbolati in space, that's a great ball through to Wrexham. Wrexham pulls it across, Michael Mols! 10 minutes gone and Rangers have the lead. Rangers finding space in the midfield. Nobody picked up Arbolati. San Bernardi got there too late. Wrexham put it across and Michael Mols crashing the ball home. Wrexham plays it across. Arteta's there. At the line and close them down. Little ball over the top, Rixon's in there. And try the shot, good save by Nick Cogan. It's desperately trying to get it away, but he can't do so. And Sean Arbolati with the coolest of finishes. And Sean Arbolati celebrates his 6th goal of the season. None cheekier, I suspect, than that.
Latapi wide for De Boer. Here's Newman. Good hit from Arthur Newman! 23 minutes gone, and the opening goal comes from the unlikely boot of Newman. Looked as if he'd overrun it for a moment, but he prodded the ball away from David Priest. It's Barry Ferguson with 13 minutes left, who makes it 2-2.
th competitive game for Alec McLeish. Not used to losing, that's for sure. He's only lost 3 times. Now the ball's with McCann. Beautifully done by Neil McCann. And Dunfermline got caught goal. His first league goal of the season. Ball played to him, wasn't closed down, and a perfect finish. And Neil McCann celebrates. Scored in Europe against Seacock. Now scores in the SPL. Neil McCann scores the 100th goal for Rangers against Dunfermline in the Premier League. Muscat. Little slide ball into Moles. Moles turns from his man. Brilliant! Absolutely brilliant by Michael Moles. He's been threatening to do it all afternoon. Watch the skill here. Kevin Muscat plays it in, takes the touch, turns away on the left foot. So Rangers come forward now. Michael Moles is onside, the chance! And Sean Avalante makes it 3-0. Rangers have found their form against 10-man Dunfermline. Moles just set him up, just knocked in. Stilly with no chance. The scoreline reads Rangers 3, Dunfermline 0.
A long raking pass for Shota Arveladze. And again, Maybury getting tight to McCann, making it very, very difficult for the Scotland winger, and he's played his way cleverly out of a tight situation there. It's play on though, it's won back by McCann, and Newman lofts it in. Here's a chance for Fernando Ricksen, and Rangers have scored. 6.5 minutes into the second half, and in the end that goes down as Alan Maybury's mistake, which sets Rangers up to open the scoring. Barry Ferguson, 8 goals already this season. Will the skipper secure the points? Yes, he will. Shota Arveladze to the byline. Great ball in for Fernando Ricksen. 2 for Ricksen, 3 for Rangers. And a headed goal from Ricksen must be something of a collector's item.
It's a good goal from Rangers. They've taken advantage now. Shota Arveladze down the left-hand side. That's a marvellous ball in. The goalkeeper can't come for it. Ask him to get attacked. Ricksen attacked exceptionally well. It's a good header down the way, good pace in the ball, giving the goalkeeper no chance.
And that might have made the scoreline look a little bit better, and Hearts been able to get one back. Rangers looking for number 4. Stephen Hughes, they have number 4. And that's Hughes' first goal of the season. And it seals a very comfortable Rangers win.
Broto arranging his wall. He's going to face Ferguson or Amoruso. It's Ferguson! Well, he's got used to scoring from 12 yards. This time it's from 20. The wall didn't do its job, and Barry Ferguson puts Rangers ahead. Amoruso was the dummy. Ferguson one step. Beautifully done. And Broto couldn't get across, and Rangers are ahead after 7 minutes. Amoruso to De Boer. Controlled and on to Arveladze. Neil McCann thinks about taking on Branquin, whips in a good ball ahead, it will come in! Ronald De Boer from Sean Arveladze, brilliant header, coasted across the box and met the cross, and the header came in, took a little deflection, he did well to get to it. Ricksen fires it in, the header! And Livingston have lost a goal at a set piece, which will make the manager furious, but Shota Arveladze makes it 3-0. 2 for the night for Shota Arveladze, and it's another header. He stole across, he beat Gary Boland, and Arveladze celebrates, Rangers going 3-0 ahead. Sheriff tries to pick up, he's challenged. Rangers come forward again. De Boer cuts it across. Moles will let it run. Arveladze for the hat-trick. It's 3 goals for Shota Arveladze, it's 10 for the season. And inside 60 seconds of the restart, Rangers are 4 ahead. Rangers are an easy street. Scoring goals for fun so far.
Rickson's corner kick. And Craig Moore with the equaliser. 10 minutes played. 1-1. And Celtic couldn't handle Moore at the set piece. It's a brilliant header. It's all square.
It's a great corner kick from Rickson. He took Moore, he's so determined. There's not a Celtic defender right around the bell. Brad Dobbins is the one that's trying to challenge him, but Moore timed it to perfection. Gets there first, and there's no way anyone will stop that one getting in the net.
Newman up to Moles. Good touch, good control, good pass. And Valharan can't keep out here. McCann tries to get beyond Balde. Great ball in! Ronald de Boer! A terrific goal which makes it 2-1 Rangers. 34 minutes gone, and that's the best we've seen from Rangers so far.
It's a marvellous goal from Rangers' point of view. Moles is involved to start with, he plays his part. Neil McCann does exceptionally well here, takes on Bobo Balde for pace, goes in the outside. Only one thing in his men, get the ball in the box. And Ronald de Boer, how good to see it that. Michael Moles again, he's out the road of the box, but de Boer finding the space, vacated by Moles. That's a great finish, that's composure, don't hammer it. The side boot, push it into the net, giving Douglas no chance.
Fernando Rickson, lovely run, still going. Good touch, here's Michael Moles! 3-1! What a recovery from Rangers, and Michael Moles, 5th goal of the season, has Rangers 2 goals ahead.
That's a magnificent goal, it's a short free kick. Barry Ferguson playing the ball to Rickson, and this is a magnificent run from him. Disappointing from Celtic's point of view, but deserves a break here. Atalanta just gets a touch, it's through Valharan's legs. Michael Moles, though, he's not hanging about, he's on to let a shot. Real composure here, doesn't hammer it again, just places the ball underneath the goalkeeper, knew what he was doing. Rob Douglas no chance.
Lorenzo Amoruso hasn't scored since October. So he scored against Motherwell. He may fancy his chances here, but Ferguson's been deadly too. Pings it in! Oh, wonderful! He's done it before this season, and he does it again. Barry Ferguson. Paul Gallagher was lined up correctly. It needed to go into the top corner. Impossible for the goalkeeper. And Barry Ferguson celebrates his 11th of the season. And it's given away, but the offside flag went up. It was then brought back down. There's problems here as Ferguson goes in. Barry Ferguson scores. Dundee United will not be happy at the circumstances, but Barry Ferguson certainly made the most of it. Thompson played the ball back, very casual at the back from Wilson. The flag did go up and then came back down, and Ferguson came through, and the finish before the challenge from McCracken. Barry Ferguson against Paul Gallagher, and it's a hat-trick for the Rangers captain.
When I spoke to you out in America, you were determined there was going to be a good start to the season. That's the way it worked out, and you started scoring some goals. Can you explain why?
That's a difficult one. Just the gaffer's been encouraging me. I'm still playing the same role as I did 2 or 3 years ago, but when he says when you see the space open in front of you, just drive into it, and that's what I've been doing. No, like every 2 or 3 minutes, it's every like 10 minutes. If I see the space open, I'll drive into it. So thankfully it's paid off with a few goals.
Barry Ferguson, Kevin Muscat, Claudio Caniggia. Ronald de Boer with a neat touch to get control. Now Lovenkrantz on his right foot. Arthur saves it, Michael Moles forces it in, and Rangers are level. 24 and a half minutes of the second half played. It's 1-1. In from Caniggia, and no marking at the back post. And Ronald de Boer forces the ball in. From 1-0 down to 2-1 ahead. Thistle froze. Rangers scored. The leaders in front.
It's all going on for Partick Thistle. It's a good goal from Rangers' point of view. It's a free header at the back post. John Lambert will be disappointed with that, but Ronald de Boer, he's not going to miss from there.
Ronald de Boer holding the ball up. And that's a brilliant pass from de Boer. It releases Lovenkrantz. A great chance for the opening goal. And Lovenkrantz scores. Midway through the first half, Rangers ahead, and that was all down to some superb vision from Ronald de Boer.
Well, I hope you enjoyed those goals as much as I did. They really were some crackers, and many the result of hours of practice at Murray Park. As we all know, the facilities here are second to none, and certainly unrecognisable from my days as a player. It's part of the club's commitment to making the training centre accessible that a group of well-kent faces were invited to see for themselves what £14 million can buy. It's early November and the legends from 5 decades arrive for their tour. Men from a magnificent past including Bobby Brown, Ian McCall, Dave Smith, Alec Willoughby and Jimmy Miller. Sandy Jardine played host for what was to be a compelling evening.
Also, this is the latest AstroTurf that's came in for America. A lot of us might have played on AstroTurf, and sometimes it was really hard and it gave you a lot of bumps and scrapes. This is more light grass, you get a true bounce off it.
It's absolutely out of this world, tremendous. And if you can't play now as a player, you shouldn't be playing the game. Definitely not, because everything's here for you, right for 10 years of age now. So obviously it's going to bear fruit, but it'll not bear fruit for another 5 or 6 years, I would think.
There's no reason why the players shouldn't be a lot fitter than I was, for example, and I thought I was quite fit, running up and down the terracings at Ibrox. And then the only thing we had for the bad weather was the indoor track at Ibrox, which was an innovation at that time.
Each one of these machines is set to the computer. So if I'm a Lorenzo Amoruso, I have a number, I put my number in, then that machine is calibrated to work out my body weight. From Peter Lovenkrantz, obviously a different body weight.
Well, I think first and foremost you feel at home. When I played at Ibrox, and it wasn't that long ago, Ibrox was a home. We were in Ibrox every single day, but we had to get on a minibus and go to facilities that perhaps sometimes weren't playable. You know, you go to West of Scotland Rugby Club and Clydesdale Cricket Club and play the outfields there, and while there were good surfaces, you felt as if you were travelling all the time on the bus, and the tour around here that Sandy's shown us tonight has been fantastic, and I think the attention to detail has certainly brought Rangers up with the very best. They have players here from 10 and 10 upwards, and they're now getting proper professional coaching, and I'm sure that they feel part of Rangers Football Club. For a 10 or 11-year-old to come in here and change in the youth dressing rooms and to use these facilities must be absolutely incredible, and they must want to aspire to be the next Peter Lovenkrantz, Barry Ferguson, Lorenzo Amoruso, and that can only be good for certainly for Rangers and also for Scottish football.
As a matter of fact, not so long ago there I was just looking at a team picture in the corridor at Ibrox, and out of the 11 that played that particular cup final, there was 8 of us came for the youth team, which is absolutely, I mean, I would hope it could go back to that, obviously, being a lad that's brought up myself at Ibrox. But in saying that, I'll be a few years before that happens. But I'd like to see it, most certainly.
Just look at the gymnasium, you know, which has got computerised, and players basically have their own training programme in order to maximise their training, or optimise is probably the better word. And you look at the hydro pool to get back from injuries and all that type of thing. It's just unbelievable. The facilities are fantastic, but we have to remember it's a football team first and foremost, and you just have to look at the pitches just to see how good this place is. There's not a bad playing surface out there, and that's unique in itself, and that would have made training more enjoyable than anything else. And I think the players are so lucky. I'm very envious, I've got to say that. Very envious of what they have nowadays, but good luck to them, and if it produces players in the future and produces good Scotland players, then Rangers deserve a lot of credit for spending this kind of money.
Back to the action now, and following some winter training in the sunshine of Dubai, the Light Blues warmed to their task again. The aim simply to win every game and target the trophies. Here's the goal scoring action from January to March.
Smith to Caballero, getting a number of white jerseys round him. And Ferguson allows Caniggia to move. Ronald de Boer, Lee Mears come out to challenge him. Certainly put him off first of all, but the ball breaks through. Ferguson! Paddy Ferguson scores for a 14th time this season. It was Caniggia on to de Boer. He slipped the ball across, the touch came in. And Paddy Ferguson set up with a touch of Claudio Caniggia, and he celebrates the opening goal. Dan Baruso fires it away. Ross holds up and brings Lovenkrantz into the play. De Boer is there. This should be number 2. And as Dundee were cut wide open. Ball played through by Michael Moles. Lovenkrantz didn't even need to look up. And Ronald de Boer, very cool finish indeed. And Ferguson, 9 minutes to go, Rangers leading by 2-1. Into McLean. McLean will play it away for Ronald de Boer. De Boer will return it, the chance! And the former Dundee United man scores against Dundee and wraps up all 3 points. McLean was involved, he pulled it out wide, De Boer turned it back across, and from inside the 6-yard box, Stephen Thompson nets his first Rangers goal.
Amoruso up looking for a goal, but it's short to Ferguson. Driven in by him and into the back of the net! Dummied by, I think it was Arveladze, but it was Ferguson's shot, and that is the opener for Rangers. Our brother done so well, but Ferguson, who'd already had one hit the bar and one tipped over the top, this time didn't make any mistake. Left-footed shot, driven in low, and Rangers take the lead with 27 minutes played. Into the box, good header by Moore! 2-0 to Rangers, as simple as they come. Craig Moore simply wasn't picked up there as he made his way into the box. He met with Rickson's corner, and the ball sailed past Hincliffe into the back of the Arbroath net. Newman. Arveladze, good turn, great finish! 3-0 to Rangers. As simple as that. It's easy when you know how. And Arveladze certainly knew where the goal was. Good ball delivered through. Excellent turn, and he knew exactly where he was going to dispatch that ball to.
Rickson. Now the ball. Brilliant turn, that's Ferguson. Oh, that's fantastic play by Rangers. Ferguson gives it the lead.
Unbelievable goal. De Boer, I've mentioned it the whole game. His touch and his movement and the way he shaped his body to pass the ball to Barry Ferguson there, but it's the run of Ferguson. That's what you want your midfield to do. That's what he's done all season. That's why he's got 16 goals. Fantastic.
This is De Boer. Ross to Ferguson. McCann moving up wide there to receive the pass. 2 men to pace. Arveladze. Now McCann. Oh, it's brilliant play again. Caniggia scores. And that surely ties the match up for Rangers. And once again, it was sheer quality which created a chance.
Definitely, it was a great ball played in to Arveladze. His awareness here. McCann makes another run. Great ball across, and like every good striker, Caniggia scores from 3 yards out.
Rookson to Newman and back. That's useful. Very useful. Michael Mols. 1-0 Rangers. 9 minutes from half-time. Both sides have missed chances. But finally Rangers hit the front, looking to extend their Premier League to 6 points. And Paul Sheeran couldn't keep that out on the far post. The powerful downward header from Mols, and his 7th goal of the season. Barry Ferguson for Ronald de Boer. For Claudio Caniggia. Still it's Caniggia! Michael Mols again. And Aberdeen had it at 1-1 for only 2 minutes as Rangers strike again. And Michael Mols makes it 8th for the season. Good skill from Caniggia to turn inside Russell Anderson, and the ball deflected towards Mols, who was hardly likely to miss from close range.
Rangers take the corner quickly and curled in by Neil McCann. Well, Neil McCann on the score sheets for the 3rd time this season, and what an effort that was, getting the short corner from Arveladze. Lorenzo Amoruso maybe thinking about a strike on this one, or will it be Arteta? Maybe a touch to the side for the big Italian. Indeed it is. Fired in! What a hit by Lorenzo Amoruso. Well, when he hits them correctly, they're unstoppable. That one certainly was. There's Barry Ferguson, good delivery through towards McCann. De Boer coming towards the near post, checks his run. McCann looks up, spots Caniggia. Simple goal for Claudio Caniggia right at the end. It takes his tally to 8 for the campaign, and it was set up superbly by Neil McCann's cross. He was unmarked and he left Derek Stilley without a chance.
Hearts with everybody back as Arteta plays the ball in. The hit flick! It's no goal! Claudio Caniggia will take credit. Tepi Moilanen is beaten for the 2nd time in his Hearts career, the 2nd time by Rangers.
Muscat's pass in behind David Craig, didn't deal with it, and Stephen Thompson has it. Good strong play from Thompson for De Boer. Rangers are ahead. 12 minutes from time.
unusual sighs of relief mixed with the cheers of delight for the holders. And it was all down to the power play of Stephen Thompson, the substitute. Got in a great cross, and Ronald de Boer placed the header where Craig Nelson couldn't get to it. In from Arteta, that's a good one for Amoruso. And Rangers have the lead, 7.5 minutes in. It's Amoruso's 4th goal of the season, and Livingston won't be happy about how they defended this. Amoruso attacked it, and he has the goal. Played out by Main to Bahoken. Kasper Bahoken, of course, involved in the incident in his last game in which Henrik Larsson broke his jaw. Arteta getting a lot of freedom in the midfield. McCann's cross, confusion, and Shota Arveladze scores. Desperate defending, and Livingston are punished.
That's a good passing move from Rangers again initially. Mikel Arteta heavily involved. You see him driving across the pitch here. Decent pass to Neil McCann. McCann's only got one thing in his mind: I'm going to get this ball into the box.
Great play from Craigmure. He's playing really well, making life difficult for Brewster and Crawford.
Wonderful touch on the ball again from Ronald de Boer, through for Claudio Caniggia. It's 1-1. Claudio Caniggia keeps up his incredible record of scoring against Dunfermline. That's now 6 in 5 games this season.
It's a great goal from Rangers' point of view. I spoke about De Boer coming out in the middle, leaving the gap. Caniggia filled the gap exceptionally well there. Picked up the little slip pass from De Boer, and that's a cool, calculated finish.
Let's take a pause from the action and relive another memorable night in Rangers history. It was an evening in February when the current squad joined the audience to pay tribute to the latest entrants to the Hall of Fame. Your host for the evening is Dougie Donnelly. There are currently 41 players honoured in the Rangers Hall of Fame. Their names, as you know, are picked out in gold on the honours board on the famous Ibrox marble staircase. Tonight, 10 more Ibrox legends will be inducted from a list of 50 nominations. 2 each from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s and the 90s.
And the 2 players from that impressive list who have been elected to the Hall of Fame are Sammy Cox and Billy Simpson.
As a wee boy, when I played in the streets of Belfast, you used to kid on, I'm so-and-so, and I was always Willie Thornton, and I never believed I would be over in Glasgow playing with the same man, and Ian and Sammy. It was wonderful. Wonderful.
Magnificent. You came across from Canada. It's a pleasure to be here tonight.
That's right. Once a blue nose, always a blue nose. You can't beat them.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2 winners are, first of all, one, a winger who scored 25 goals a season, and the second, who was a fatherly figure to me every day coming through in the train. He was that good, he even became my best man at my wedding. Jimmy Miller, Davy Wilson and Jimmy Miller.
Wilson. Beautiful goal by Wilson. No wonder Davy Wilson jumping for joy.
David, congratulations. What does it mean to you to be in the Hall of Fame?
This was the most important night in my life. I've been a Ranger for a long time, but this is the most important day of my life.
Now, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I've been sitting at this table down here with Andy Cameron, who was sat beside Jimmy all night. He couldn't have been more excited. Miss World would be sitting beside him. His all-time great hero, Jimmy. Congratulations. You were part of the same legendary team as Davy. It means the same to you, doesn't it?
Yeah, aye. But, you know, when you're playing football, I always think it's a team game. I was lucky enough to play with Sammy Cox, Geordie Young, Willie Waddle. I was only a kid at 20-year-old. They were about 15 years older than me. I watched them playing as a laddie, and I was delighted to watch them, and I actually played with them as well, so that, to me, was a great bonus.
Over it comes, Miller heads it in. It's a goal! Miller has scored for Rangers.
Our winners from the 70s, Tam Forsyth and Alec MacDonald. What does it mean to you to be up here tonight, Alec?
It means to me that I was definitely born to be a Rangers player. No question about it. I came from Kinnan Park with wee Durant, and unfortunately I made it before him, but he lasted longer than me. You can't explain. When you come from round about Ibrox within 100 yards or 200 yards, you can't explain what it means to play for Rangers. It's your whole life. It's your granny's life. It's your ma's life. It's your dad's. It's your Wayne's. It's everybody's life.
Young, here's MacDonald. Great goal.
Do you want to talk us through the 1973 Cup final?
Oh, well, it's amazing, really, mate. I think everybody sitting here tonight that they would love to be in my position to score a cup final goal, would you know it? And as a kid, you dream about it. As a kid, you dream about it. But see, when it really happens, you just can't believe it, honestly.
Forsyth just got that one finally.
We dream about it. I dreamt about it. But it was a reality, as I said to you. But see about playing for it. What a club. Look at what a club, honestly. I can't say enough about them. And the guys I played with, their turn will come too because we played together. I'm not any better than they guys. But I'd like to thank the people that voted for me. Thanks very much indeed. Thank you.
Please welcome on stage Mr. Graham Souness and Ray Wilkins.
It's over the line. A superb goal from Graham Souness.
Well, I've been really lucky throughout my career. You know, I've won a great deal, and this is as important an award as anything I've won. And it's easy for me to stand here and say this. And this is the first opportunity I've got since I left to thank you for all the support we had. It was much appreciated, and I think you realise only when you leave a place, you know, you always believe maybe things are a wee bit greener on the other side. And this was my first job in management, and I thought all jobs are like this. All directors, and I have to mention David Holmes and lastly, obviously, David Murray. But you think that all jobs are like the Glasgow Rangers job, and it's not. It's not. And I've been very fortunate. I've worked at big clubs, but this by far, is it is a proper football club. And the word institution, I don't think it does it justice. It's not just a football club. It's not just an institution. It is a total way of life for our supporters.
There's Butcher. Back with Wilkins. Absolutely magnificent from Ray Wilkins.
Ray, what does it mean to you tonight to be honoured like this?
Oh, it's an immense honour. I think in football the word great is used far too often, whether it be about players, whether it be about football clubs. But I can honestly say that this is a great football club. I've been very privileged. I've been very privileged in my lifetime to have played for a lot of exceptional clubs, but this is a great football club.
Our final two inductees are Mark Haitley and Paul Gascoigne.
What does it mean to you tonight to be up here?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, the big words thrown around, great, fantastic, institutions. I mean, they're all those. I mean, we can go over it, everybody comes up and says it, but it is part of your life. I have two regrets. Coming too late and leaving too early.
Walter, you're here to accept an award on behalf of Paul Gascoigne. Where do you begin? What did Gazza mean to Rangers?
Well, I think he came at a period of time, where we were looking for a little bit of a lift, and he gave us that. He was a fantastic player. For 2.5 years, he played some fantastic football at Rangers. He, along with the other players in the team, brought a great deal of success to the club. And as he said, if it's the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, whatever, as long as the club are successful, then that's the most important thing. And he helped to bring that, and I hope he's remembered for that more than anything else.
Now, you've already seen the league goals from March, but the outstanding game of that month brought the first silverware of the season. Can you believe it's 33 years since I first lifted this trophy? Yes, the CIS League Cup left Ibrox only briefly before it was back on the bus, following a stunning victory over Celtic.
The man in the middle, who has a good scoring record in this competition, and typical flamboyance.
Yeah, good ball in, he just chested it there, and Valharan did well. I think Valharan put his arm out to try and block it, but there was high feet as well from Caniggia. Well worth a go, because there was a good ball from Bonicel, and a good break from the back from Bonicel, but a good run forward by Caniggia.
Oh, this is a chance for Rangers, and just off the line by Valharan. It was Lovenkrantz who got beyond his man and hooked it goalwards. And Rangers from nothing. They've been under the cosh in the opening 13 minutes, sprung out and very nearly took the lead.
Yeah, he does well to get on the end of this. Douglas comes out no man's land. Caniggia can't make the ground up, but Valharan did ever so well. He could easily put that in the back of his own net, but look at this. Clearance just gets there in front of Caniggia and hooks it away. Bit of a half volley, just gets there and puts it away. Ends up in the back of the net himself with Caniggia.
Oh, chance here for Lovenkrantz in the box. Saved by the keeper. Moles couldn't make it. Caniggia can! Midway through the first half of the CIS Insurance Cup final. And Rangers take the lead. Claudio Caniggia scores in the final for a second season running.
Unbelievable. Good play by De Boer. Released Lovenkrantz, came out there. Good save by Douglas. Valharan slips, and possibly Rangers' worst player on the pitch. We talked about Caniggia. His input into the game so far has been nothing at all. And all of a sudden he pops up. There you are. Taps it in. Thanks very much. 1-0. Unbelievable.
Walsh, Lovenkrantz in, chance here for Rangers! He's done it again, against Celtic! Rangers 2, Celtic 0. Peter Lovenkrantz, 9th goal of the season. And boy does he love to score against Celtic.
Well, he's a pleased man, is Lovenkrantz, because he's given Johan Mjällby a torrid time on the right-hand side. Look at this run inside here. Good ball back. Lovely ball. Definitely onside. Yards onside. Mjällby doesn't stay with him. And look at that finish. A cool finish. Douglas out to narrow the angle. Goes down to his left as Rob Douglas, but just slots the ball. Peter Lovenkrantz, the right-hand side. There's the celebration. There's the smile. 2-0 Rangers.
Lovenkrantz. Arteta now. Rangers have 3-on-2. Caniggia through the middle. Caniggia on the edge of the penalty area. Caniggia! Splendid save! Splendid goalkeeping. Got his hand down low. The cup was heading for Ibrox. Lambert with it. Bjorn Hartson, cross punches. Petrov. Oh, is that a penalty? It is this time! It is this time! Into the last 5 seconds of normal play. Hartson! Wide! Oh! What a miss! He cannot believe it! He's been let off the hook! So deadly in recent clashes against Rangers. And John Hartson has missed in the dying seconds. Balde. Rob Douglas away. Alec McLeish and Rangers have beaten Celtic. Lovenkrantz gets his customary goal against Celtic to make it 2 after Knidja had put them ahead on 22 minutes. Larsson scored in a brilliant second half for Celtic. They'll claim they should have had 2 penalty appeals and a good Hartson goal struck off. But when the big chance came with a last minute penalty, Hartson struck it wide. And the cup belongs to Rangers. Despair, weariness, but elation. Rangers 2, Celtic 1. The CIS Insurance Cup goes to Ibrox.
And now the presentation of the winners' medals and the CIS Insurance Cup to the winners this year, Rangers.
Who's behind the cup?
Here, you finish it.
I think the trophy itself wasn't that important, what you say. I think the most important thing was to win and get the confidence back from the defeat the week before, and get the feeling, hey, we are capable of winning against Celtic, and for the next run also in the league, because it was vital, the vital stage to get stay in front of Celtic. So that was vital, and I think everybody gave quite a lift after that game, and felt, although itself were also, but especially the mental fixture was immense, I guess.
Next up, it's the Players' Player of the Year Awards. Over 900 supporters enjoyed a fantastic evening in early April as the club's top players were honoured. With so many top performances this year, the voting was close, but here's how the fans' favourites were revealed.
Let's begin our award ceremony then as we pay tribute to those players who have made a very special contribution to the club this season. Our first award is for the Youth Player of the Year. That's the Rangers under-19 squad. And this particular award is sponsored by the Daily Record, and they have asked to be represented by Rangers legend Sandy Jardine. Sandy. Ladies and gentlemen, our first winner, the Rangers Youth Player of the Year, is Chris Burke. Goalie will long remember is first for the first team. Our Youth Player of the Year, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Burke. Well done to Chris. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our second award tonight. And our second award is for the goal of the season so far. And the goal you have voted, ladies and gentlemen, as the Rangers' goal of the season, Ronald de Boers against Celtic.
Thank you very much. I must honestly say that I thought the goal against Kilmarnock was a little bit more special, but still, of course, against Celtic scoring is always nice. So I think that had the edge, but still I'm very proud to have this prize. So thank you very much, and have a nice evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Rangers Young Player of the Year, the brilliant young Spaniard Mikel Arteta.
Okay, thank you very much for everybody. I much appreciate this trophy and have a very good night. Okay, thank you.
Let's move on to the best Old Firm performance. As you know, as Rangers fans, that's always a very important accolade. Many a Rangers player has won a very special place in the hearts of the supporters by his performances against Celtic. But the winner, ladies and gentlemen, the best Old Firm performance of the season goes to Stefan Klos. Who has won the Rangers Player of the Year award? Virtually every member of the first team squad was mentioned when the votes were counted. In the end, the fans decided. The Rangers Player of the Year, ladies and gentlemen, is the captain, Barry Ferguson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from the man who's just done the double. Barry, it obviously means a lot to you for your teammates to vote you the Players' Player of the Year. What does it mean to you for the Rangers fans to give you this award?
No, I've won a few awards in my time, but this certainly beats everything. Especially when it's your own fans. And every time I do play, I try and give 100%.
I think every single Rangers fan was absolutely thrilled to hear the news last week that you've committed yourself to the club for another 5 years. Was that an easy decision to make, Barry?
I had 2 years left in my contract, and they've offered me a 3-year extension, and I only had one thought, in my mind, and that was to stay. I get brought up watching Rangers, watching my brother Derek playing. I say he's been a massive help to me, so is my mother and father. But there's only one club for me, and that's Rangers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Player of the Year, Barry Ferguson.
So the top plaudits went to Barry, Ronald, Mikel and Stefan. But it was the squad that was to ultimately triumph. It wasn't without a stutter though, but the goals rained in during April and May, so settle back and enjoy the strikes which set up a day never to be forgotten.
Comes from Rickson. Nodded away. Hughes though is inside the box. Good challenge by Fleming. Had to get the ball. Ball whipped across the header! It only takes a moment for Rangers, and the combination is that of Hughes and Moles. 69 minutes gone in Ibrox, and Rangers take the lead. Rickson again. Fonterman to De Boer. Lovely turn away, and that was so close. It comes back to Michael Moles. Partick have only themselves to blame there. They had the opportunity to clear. With 74 minutes gone, Michael Moles goes into double figures for the season, and Rangers look to wrap up all 3 points.
Schooler's going to be caught here, and that is a fantastic start for Peter Lovenkrantz, and Rangers have come permanent with their own worst enemies.
Well, Andre Skerler might get the blame here, but Derek Stilley does him no favours at all. There's just so much pace in the throw out here. Peter Lovenkrantz, to be fair, reads the script early, closes him down, still had it all to do once he got possession. But he's got time to look up, you see the glance up, knows where the goalie is, where the near post is, and he basically just passes that into the net, but the wound is self-inflicted.
Big move this from Rangers. Newman. He's managed to deliver himself, and Barry Ferguson arrives, and the captain shows the way to goal, and surely the way to the semi-final.
Such a perfectly timed run. We talked about the need for Rangers to have a midfield player to gamble tonight, go into the box, go beyond, and it's never better illustrated than here by Barry Ferguson.
De Boer survived McGrorty's challenge. They're closing in on goal again. Arteta! Oh, that is a touch of class from Mikel Arteta. Rangers are 3-0 up.
Yeah, again here it comes from Ronald De Boer, just breaking wide from the inside right position, right out to the touchline to get himself a bit of room. Eventually got away from Chris McGrorty, lovely feed in for Arteta. It's a delightful finish, but it all came down that right-hand side again, and the ability of Ronald De Boer to get himself free.
Arthur Newman with the left-back duties. McCann play there for a spell last Saturday against Partick Thistle. All into the box, that's missed by Gary Boland, it's not missed by Ronald De Boer. Rangers take the lead after just 10 minutes at Tannadice.
Simple as you like, it's a good ball in from Lovenkrands, good deep cross. Gary Boland just can't get there. Ronald De Boer tended to perfection, marvellous first touch, wastes his time and drills it underneath the goalkeeper.
Arthur Newman finding time to come forward. Conterman wants the ball. De Boer pops up on the left, plays the ball across, and Sean Avalanche makes it 2-0. Alec McLeish is delighted, and that could be all 3 points wrapped up.
I think that's fair to say, Bob, and what a magnificent goal again. Rangers so comfortable on the ball. Ronald De Boer again, a little bit of magic, just walks by Duff, and that's a magnificent cross into the box. The shot to Avalanche, he just can't miss from there.
Goes past Avalanche, Duff tries to come in, he'll have to watch. De Boer's there, continued well, but De Boer was strong in the challenge, and there's more problems for United's. Arteta comes forward, slips it into Ronald De Boer. The handstand may not have been perfectly executed, but the goal was, and Rangers are 3 ahead.
That stuff is short and brilliant, Paul. Ronald De Boer, what a magnificent match he's having. He wins the ball first of all, plays it to Arteta, and a marvellous run. Arteta sees the run, and just a little dink over the top of the keeper. Paul Gallagher trying to block the shot low down, but De Boer's got the quality, the awareness, the ability just to knock it over the top of him, giving the goalkeeper absolutely no chance. He just rolls into the back of the net.
Forward, Ronald De Boer, Gary Boland. It's just great footwork by De Boer. The pass was excellent, and the finish sublime.
You talk about quality, Paul. That's football at its best. That man there again, Ronald De Boer, so influential, so good on the ball. Avalanche recognising that the pass is going to come. Watch the skill from De Boer, strong, powerful, well in control, aware, lifts his head, knows where Avalanche is, great pass, touch and finish, top corner, giving the goalkeeper absolutely no chance whatsoever.
Muscat's throw, picks out Moles. Rickson, Conterman and Newman. Good running from Barry Ferguson. Holds it well, and the pass finds Conterman! Rangers ahead, less than 2 minutes gone. Bert Conterman's first goal of the season is the opener in the semi-final. And now here's Stephen Thompson, and Michael Moles! 2-2! 11 minutes into the second half, it's all square again. Michael Moles' 11th goal of the season.
Great play from Rangers. Stephen Thompson does really well here. He could have shot easily, could have went on his own, but a good pass to Michael Moles and a marvellous finish.
Rickson to deliver. Up goes Amoruso! Rangers ahead! 3-2. 2 goals in 3 minutes have turned the match on its head. Amoruso not picked up and Motherwell punished.
Simplicity itself, good ball from Rickson, but Amoruso, it's a free header, 8 yards out, and the big Italian's so strong in the air, gets lots of power on it, giving the goalkeeper absolutely no chance. David Partridge here is awful close to Amoruso. There's absolutely no challenge at all on the Italian, and that's a great header.
Muscat. Rickson, and it's a great run from Muscat, and it's a fourth Rangers goal. Deflected in. It's a David Partridge own goal, and 4-2 Rangers. Lovenkrands with the pass. Arthur Newman on the charge. In for Ronald de Boer. It's 2-1. Rangers get the goal back.
Well, we felt it was coming, Robin. It's a marvellous goal. Arthur Newman making a great overlap. Magnificent ball into the ball and into the box. Ronald de Boer is so good at that. Gets a yard of space, just peels off the defender there, and the header's on target, giving Brotto no chance whatsoever of saving.
Arthur Newman means business right from kickoff. Mikel Arteta. Newman's cross. Rangers ahead, 35 seconds. And that looks like an own goal in off Lee Wilkie. It's Arteta this time, Rangers' third penalty of the match. And they've got this one. Arteta squares the game at 2-all. Rickson side foots it to Arteta. Lovely reverse pass. Michael Knowles! Rangers ahead inside 5 minutes. Michael Knowles scores his 12th goal of the season.
It's a magnificent finish from Michael Knowles. It's all about the pass from Arteta as well. Knowles does exceptionally well to stay onside. That'll change of direction, and that's where they put the ball across the goalkeeper, rolling towards the back post. If it's not going in, you may get a deflection, but there's no question where this one is going to end up in the back of the Kilmarnock net.
Ferguson for De Boer, onside. Good save Gordon Marshall. The danger might not be over though, because Michael Knowles has scored again. 2 in 90 seconds from Knowles. What a start for Rangers.
What a start for Michael Knowles. This is magnificent. Ronald de Boer stays on side again. He does well here. Marshall does his job. But what about this? That's vision, awareness, ability, everything put together from Michael Knowles. It's a fabulous goal to recognise the situation, the shot's on, and there's nothing Kilmarnock defenders can do about that.
Now it's Rangers with Avaladze. Wonderful goal from Shota Avaladze. 3-0 Rangers, 14 minutes into the second half. That's a super strike.
He may have missed the last chance, but I tell you what a finish this is. So composed. Only one thing in his mind, and I'm going to hit this, cuts off the left-hand side onto his right foot, and you can't catch the ball any better than that.
Rickson to De Boer. De Boer looking for a free kick against Alan Mahood, and Alan Phelan comes up with the goods. Onside Caniggia, he's round Gordon Marshall, and Rangers have a fourth goal. 10 minutes from time, it's Caniggia's 11th of the season, and it's 4-0. Valois caught in two minds, and now has to track back with Rangers on the counter-attack. Hughes to Avaladze. In for Ronald de Boer! Rangers have scored this time. 65 minutes gone. And Ronald de Boer gets home his 19th goal of the season. Ronald de Boer onside. Back for Lovenkrands. 2-0. And Rangers have won the game.
Of course, Hart was on a crucial day. You knew you had to win, and then you scored the first goal, so you knew how vital it was. Although you knew also maybe one is not enough to give that a little bit breathing space, so we had to make two. And when we took the second one, that was really a relief. Then I was really Yeah, I had a good feeling about the ending of the season, although, you know, it can go either way, but I think we had a little bit of advantage coming into the last game.
The date, May the 25th. The mission: score one more goal than Celtic and the league title would be ours. Sounds simple, but what was to follow against Dunfermline was the most nail-biting drama ever witnessed at Ibrox Stadium. Who'll ever forget the day the league was won?
Here today. They've both lost to Motherwell and drawn with Aberdeen, Dundee and Kilmarnock. The only difference in results is Celtic's defeat at Hearts against their 2-1 league record against Rangers. The old firm barely able to be separated. Dunfermline chasing the ball at this stage. De Boer's pass to Caniggia. The pass was behind Mols, but he got the shot away. He got the shot in. 2.5 minutes gone. Rangers are ahead, and that could be a huge stride towards the title.
It's a great start from Rangers. That man there, Michael Mols, scores so many important goals at Ibrox. But it's great playing. Ronald de Boer, Caniggia, Michael Mols just staying onside. He doesn't catch this one properly, but it's on target. And as long as it's on target, you've always got a chance of scoring. But it's great adjustment here. Goalkeeper just can't reach it, and it sneaks in.
Amoruso to Rickson. Ronald de Boer. Rickson again. Caniggia! He likes Dunfermline, doesn't he? His 7th goal of the season against the East End Park side. And that has Rangers back in front. 2-1, 16 minutes gone.
This is a great finish, but Fernando Rickson plays a very important part in this. He could have gave this one up, kept fighting for it, and look at that for calm finishing. Don't panic, don't hammer the ball, get it on target, pick your spot. Everything is so calm, collected, and that's why the ball's the back of the net.
Squared for Rickson. Everyone back for Dunfermline as Rickson lofts it in. And Amoruso did so well to stop that crossing the line. Not a bad ball in either! Not a bad ball for Arveladze to score Rangers' third. We've not played half an hour and Rangers have a 3-1 lead.
You can't say enough about Lorenzo Amoruso here. He's got no right to get this one. He keeps it in, but he's not happy with that. He wants the ball back in the box. That's a great delivery. Arveladze attacks it really well, turns the ball across the goalkeeper to the far post. It's a great header, and Stille, he's too close to Stille to give him a chance to react. It's a fine goal.
Brewster to Crawford. Dempsey sprinting through the middle. Lee Bullen plays it in. Jason Dare is there. Craig Brewster! Wonder save from Stefan Klos. And you just wonder if that, in the final reckoning, could be a title-winning save. 3-0 Celtic at Rugby Park. 3-1 Rangers at Ibrox. Celtic have the edge. Rangers look to score. McCann's delivery! De Boer's header. 4-1 Rangers.
That's a magnificent header. What a ball from Neil McCann. Ronald de Boer does that so often. It's not by accident, it's just great play. It's a marvellous ball in, asking to get attacked, and you won't find any better striking than that.
Ronald de Boer's 20th goal of the season. It's 4-1 to Celtic's 3-0 on this dramatic final day. Rangers have now scored 16 league goals against Dunfermline in 4 games this season. McCann turns away from Mason, gets to the byline, and Stephen Thompson scores Rangers' 100th league goal of the season. It's the 5th against Dunfermline, and it might be the goal that points Rangers towards the championship.
It's a brilliant piece of play from Neil McCann down the left-hand side. That man there, Stephen Thompson, he'll get the glory of sticking it in the back of the net, but watch this, he cut across the defender, hard and low, so hard to defend against. He gets the break, no question about that, but you've got to be there, got to be attacking it, but don't underestimate Neil McCann here. Great ball in.
Yeah, it was Lee Bullen who tried to clear it, Sandy, and Lee Bullen played it off Stephen Thompson into the back of the net. Rangers weren't really bothered about how it went in, and Alec McLeish celebrates a 5th Rangers goal. Newman summoning up every ounce of energy to get forward in these closing minutes. McCann gets it back from De Boer. Neil McCann.
It's a penalty.
It's a penalty against Mark McGarty, and Rangers could close this out with a late penalty. Thompson missed his at Rugby Park. Can Rangers make it count? Remember, they've missed 3 in the last few weeks. Arteta, it was, who scored at Dens Park after Barry Ferguson had missed twice in the same game, and it's he who offers himself to take all the pressure on his young shoulders. Mikel Arteta, in his first season at Rangers, could clinch the title for his team.
Ronald De Boer can't look, he's right in front of Alec McLeish, he can't look at the penalty.
Ronald De Boer will wait for the reaction from the crowd to tell him what's happened here. This could be the championship winning goal if Mikel Arteta can hold his nerve. He can! Rangers 6, Dunfermline 1, and the championship appears to be Rangers.
A perfect penalty kick, lots of guts from Arteta to take it in the first place, but that's composure. He makes his mind up, he's got pace in the ball, there's power on it, and it's right in the corner, giving the goalkeeper no chance, and he looks fairly happy.
Rangers hope they've won the title. It's been such a nail-biting climax to the championship campaign that they won't want to launch into full celebration mode until they know the final score from Rugby Park. It's 4-0 Celtic, 6-1 Rangers here against Dunfermline. If the scorelines stay that way, Rangers have the title. Celtic looking to salvage the situation, but the final whistle goes at Rugby Park. Rangers have won their 50th title. Alec McLeish has landed his 4th trophy in 18 months, and he could make it 5 next weekend with the Tennent's Scottish Cup. The pendulum has constantly swung back and fro between Rangers and Celtic. Finally, it rests at Ibrox, and what a job Alec McLeish has done, but what a performance he's got out of his squad. It's total transformation, it's total jubilation.
Ron, congratulations, first of all, man of the match, and first of all, being champions. That was unbelievable drama out there, was it not?
I think for the viewers at home, they must be going mentally crazy. Even, of course, the last penalty, you knew you had to make it, and you know the story behind the penalties. So, unbelievable, what an ending.
I saw you, I watched you, you couldn't watch the penalty get taken.
No, normally if I don't watch, it goes in. So.
I've seen all the players or whatever getting out first. Sandy Jardine was standing at the tunnel, he's like, you need to go last, but I was just itching to get out there. But once I got out there, it's the best feeling I've ever had. It's a great feeling.
A hug for the skipper from the manager as Kevin Muscat and Bert Conterman get their medals as well. And a hug from Lex Gold of the Premier League. A mammoth party is about to begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bank of Scotland.
Up steps Barry Ferguson.
2002-2003 Rangers Football Club.
Rangers are champions.
It's nice to be standing here as a winner. I was dreading having to address you if things didn't go our way. But I always have faith in these guys. They're not a bad team. They've exceeded my expectations. They've been fantastic. Consistency this season and some of the football has been wonderful. And to let you get on with your own part here, suffice to say, it's a wonderful privilege to be the manager of Rangers Football Club. To continue to be the manager, we have to keep winning. Thanks very much, and have a pleasing congratulations.
After the celebrations on the park died down and the champagne corks had popped in the dressing room, the players relaxed, each no doubt drinking in their own personal memories of the afternoon. And then after showering and changing, it was up to the Cooper suite to recount the moments with family and friends.
The funny thing about this championship is everybody asks for a typical goal scorer. We miss a goal scorer. And the strangest thing is we won the championship on goal difference. So what I already said, for me it doesn't matter who scores the goals as long as we win the games, and that may end in a championship.
No, you won a championship in the first season, and we know the troubles you had after that. What kind of satisfaction does it give you inside to have done it again?
No, it's not really I've done it again. It's more the feeling I've finally done it. This is really also my trophy. It's also for everybody within the club who work for the club, the physios, the women who works in the laundry, the people at Murray Park, the supporters. But now I have also a feeling it's also my trophy.
was a great day, especially when it was the last game in Ibrox. We've been not 11, we've been really 50,000 today. You know? 50,000 against 11, you know what I mean? We feel the power. It was an incredible atmosphere and amazing. The things you never will forget. I think very long this voice will wake me up every night, and I wanted that, so I'm really happy, man.
Talk me through your goal. Did you think when Lorenzo was chasing the ball that he would get it? Talk me how you saw that happen.
Yeah, I think most of the boys thought that Amo will save the ball and he will keep. Also he could keep and he could also play back to I think Arthur, but I don't know. I get some feeling that he could also cross in the box. So I just move it there in case maybe ball will come. And it happens sometimes the same.
When the final whistle went, you still didn't know that you had won the league.
Yes,
what was it like?
Yeah, first my action was like it's over and we did it, but the boys looked to each other and Barry told me like it's not still over, so we have 2 minutes to go in Celtic game to hear how is it there. So you know how quick is time in this moment, so we wait and suddenly when 50,000 just put the hands up, so it was already clear that it was a great season for us.
It's not quite sunk in yet. It was an unbelievable experience being on the pitch, winning the title, and I'm quite sure it will sink in, but I don't know when.
Could you have dreamt it would be this good when you joined the club a few short months ago?
I could have, because I mean, coming to a club this size, you're expected to win trophies, and Rangers and Celtic, you know, they're expected to win trophies, and I realised when I come here I had a chance to win trophies, but today was certainly unbelievable.
You scored a goal. Just talk us through it, what you remember of it.
Well, I just remember me and Neil McCann getting the ball, and I made a front post run. I couldn't quite get there, and the goalkeeper parried it, and then I was lucky enough just to be there and tap it in from 0.1 yard. And it was probably the easiest goal I'll ever score, but probably the most memorable.
Did you know that you were going to take the penalty before the game?
No, we didn't know, because Barry missed the penalty, shot again, and we don't know Lorenzo made one. When I see the ball, I say, shot alone for me. I say, I want to shoot the ball, so it was a lot of responsibility because every fan, the people, my family was there as well, and I was thinking, I can lose the penalty because if not, can be very, very bad moment, but it was amazing with all the crowd just looking forward to win, and was very good moment.
When you were running up to the ball, did you just have a position in mind? Tell me how you were going to play the kick.
No, I was waiting just the goalkeeper, and just the last minute I say pick. The last moment I say this way, and he goes to the other side. I say I wasn't nervous, but we were very tired, and the pressure and everything, and that's difficult. When you want to take a penalty good, you have to be in a good mind, and it was difficult to be very good position to take, but I was good.
That incredible day when the league was won was the culmination of a 10-month-long campaign, during which the team lost on only 3 occasions. As the gaffer reveals, it was his main aim of the season to return the championship trophy to Ibrox. And here Alex McLeish talks candidly about how it was achieved.
Alex is coming up for 48 hours after the momentous events of Sunday. What's the period of reflection told you about what you achieved?
Well, it probably still hasn't sunk in yet 48 hours later, but the players have come a long way. They've exceeded my expectations. I think I said it at the weekend, I said it in my speech to the players before the game, pre-match. I did come to Rangers with high expectations, and I knew that being the Rangers manager, the expectation levels were very, very high, and I have to say that what the players have done have blown me away. I told the players how they had performed over the season, and I said it's not enough that we have managed to cut back the deficit on Celtic in terms of the points gap last year. we now have to win this. We've come this far, we've come this close, we've got to go the distance. And I could see in the dressing room after that, normally I would go over the flip chart as well, but we pinned it up on the board and I said, look, there's the instructions, the basics. I don't need to say any more. And I could see in them that they knew that they had arrived. I could feel that.
When the final whistle went, you had to wait just that extra minute. Just when that happened, when you finally knew, Alec, you could see it all over you. I don't know, can you encapsulate that moment?
No, it all seems a bit surreal, and it did at the time, and it did for any championship win or any cup victory that I've experienced before as a player and as a manager. But sometimes you forget, just how good it feels, and it was wonderful to be a champion again, and especially a long time for Alec McLeish in winning the Scottish Premier League. So pleased for Rangers, the institution, and that's one of the differences between a player and as a manager. It's all encompassing.
Up until Christmas, you had one defeat, and that was in December, and 3 draws. Was that the kind of performances or would you have been happy with that at the winter break, and is that what laid the foundations for the title win?
Yeah, of course. First and foremost, we had to show consistency, and we did. It wasn't just about Rangers and Celtic. We had to show the utmost respect to the other Premier League teams and treat every game as though it were a cup final, so to speak. The Rangers fans come to all the games. In many ways, they almost make it like a home game for us when we travel, and that it was important that we tried to repay that kind of loyalty. And to get the consistency, of course, I needed consistency of selection. I needed the big players to be there for me the whole season. You don't bring Ronald de Boer to Rangers Football Club if he's only going to play half a season for you. I only cite Ronald as an example. That of course there was many other key players, and I think in any championship winning team, you'll find that 5 or 6 players play the majority of the games. Defenders tend not to get injured as much as midfielders and frontmen, but the return we got from these guys, and we lost to Motherwell, we drew with Kilmarnock, we drew at Aberdeen. Celtic's fortunes, they were almost parallel, weren't they? I think they had the same misfortune at those clubs. And head to head, we were close. In the end, we're disappointed that we lost twice to Celtic, and it could have been costly. But give credit to the rest of the Premier League this season.
I have to touch on it because it's the one disappointment of the season was the game in Europe. Can you put your finger on was it a surprise to you, and can you put your finger on why it happened, Alec?
When I came to Rangers, assessed the situation, I thought, well, let's walk before we can run. Let's try and wrest the title back from Celtic. Let's do our bit in the domestic, and we'll take anything else as a bonus. That's not to say I was blasé going into the European game, but in many ways, I don't think that we could have sustained the European run and won the title. I'll be perfectly honest. And I did make the title my priority, and I hope the Rangers directors forgive me for that. But next year, I know the importance of Europe, and I'll be doing everything I can. The game over there, we had no Arthur Newman, we had no Lorenzo, we had no Mikel Arteta, all early season casualties. We lost 2-0, schoolboy errors for the goals. It was a good learning experience for some of the players, but it was very costly. We hammered them here. Brilliant performance. Went to sleep for their away goal. One of the young midfielders getting attracted to the ball. That's my excuses. I'm not happy about it. That is the blip on the season, but I really do feel 100% that we wouldn't have won the league if we'd had a good European run.
Matches were being won and the 3 competitions were in full swing. People often say the CIS Cup, they deride it a wee bit, but how important at that time for you was it to have a focus for the players to actually have a trophy to go for? And I suppose essentially the week before, having lost against Celtic, to have that final coming up as a focus for the players again.
The CIS Cup is much maligned, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a very important trophy to both Rangers and Celtic, because if either wins it, then there's all this talk about a treble. Personally, I think it just adds to the pressure and could probably do without it, not the competition, but without that pressure of the coveted treble. But we managed to win it, and we managed to win it against the odds because we'd lost the week before and we had received a bit of criticism in the press for a non-performance. And to go back the week after, play the way we did with some fantastic football in the first half. And Celtic came back at us, as they've shown this season in all their competitions, with great fighting spirit. But you know, that was the first one, the first notch, and we knew then there was only one team could win the treble, and we've now won a championship, and we await one more.
Towards the end, Alex, was and particularly after the defeat, I mean, I hate to go on about another defeat by Celtic, but at Ibrox, it was time for this famous phrase of the bottle to be shown, and you obviously felt that. But the cliche of one game at a time, you knew how many you had to win and what you had to do for the title.
The last 3 games, said to the players after the Kilmarnock game, you couldn't have timed it better. Your form has come back. Every one of you has given me the selection problem that I crave, and that who to leave out is so hard. Great quality performances from everybody, whereas in the weeks before it was a toss of the coin. I was juggling the balls and I thought, well, he's not done enough for me, he's not done enough, you know, and it was very much leaning to Andy and Jan and trying to find the right players to start and the right players for the bench. And there was a lot of disappointed men, and there always is over a season, but when you have a quality squad, which we need, then you know, I think for me, despite all the great individual accolades to certain players, for me the squad proved that for a club like this, that the squad is king.
I think from a fan standpoint, the performances of Stefan, Barry and Ronald have stood out.
I think, as I said, any title winning team, you look at all the European leagues and you'll see that there's a crop of players who play in most of the games. Klaus has played every game. He's a far better goalkeeper than I ever thought he was. Coming here, the meticulous professionalism of the man. He's a fantastic bloke, and he's a great source of encouragement to his teammates. He's always a positive guy. I never hear him being negative. And he has had a wonderful season. You know, it's difficult for me to single out. You know, Barry Ferguson's won a double Player of the Year award. We've had performances from Amoruso. We've lost Amoruso at times this season. Bob Malcolm's come in and done well for him. Moore is playing far beyond his years. Very mature footballer. And you know, as you said, De Boer up front, but it's where they start, where they stop. The players have, I think, just justified themselves, and they can look in the mirror and they can say we gave everything for that team and that club and that jersey this season.
Two trophies were back in Ibrox when just 6 days after winning the league, Hampden beckoned. With history in the making, Dundee stood in the way of the first treble of the McLeish era. On a hot, sultry day, the players raised their game once more to clinch the final triumph. Here's the action and the exclusive after-match behind-the-scenes pictures of another fantastic day.
Shot blocked by Amoruso. Now Barry Smith. So close to the opening goal from Barry Smith. 4 minutes gone. Stefan Klos was beaten. Mark Burchill gets turned. Through for Steve Lovell. Good save by Klos. Very quickly out as Dundee threatened again. Neil McCann with the free kick. And Michael Knowles rattles the crossbar, touched away by Speroni, free kick given. Dundee have hit the post, and now Rangers have hit the crossbar.
This is a great free kick from Neil McCann. It's so hard to defend against this. Left foot, right hand side, goalkeeper can't come for it. Michael Knowles attacks it really well. Gets it on target, but just doesn't get it underneath the crossbar. Good timing from Knowles. He's up well, nice and early.
That was a really good header, Sandy, because he was under a fair bit of pressure from Dave Mackay, and there was still work to be done for Julian Speroni. It's 0-0 at half-time. It's even Stevens, not much to choose between the two. And he's worried at the moment, Keason, he's feeling that this might be a costly concession because Rangers are piling the bodies into the box.
Every Dundee player inside the 18-yard box.
McCann's left foot. Lorenzo Amoruso scores! 20 minutes gone in the second half. And is that the parting present from Amoruso? It's 1-0 Rangers.
It's a brilliant free kick from Neil McCann. Similar to the one in the first half. Lots of pace on the ball. It's so difficult to defend against, and Amoruso, give him credit. He flies at the ball, he attacks it so well. He just has to get any type of touch on it, it's going to end up the back of the net. And that's exactly what happened.
Well, I did wonder if it was going to be a costly concession of a free kick. It has proved to be every bit. And Alec McLeish sprinting down the steps to greet the opening goal. And now Rangers will look to move towards clinching the treble. Kevin Muscat is about to replace Arthur Newman, who's struggling with cramp, as the Rangers fans look forward to a treble party. It's farewell to Ibrox for Arthur Newman. 5 years with the club. He's served with distinction. Rangers have a problem with Neil McCann, Jim.
Yeah, they have. David Henderson, the Rangers physio, there he is, out giving a little bit of treatment. It's a thigh problem he's had. He indicated a couple of minutes ago to the bench that he had a problem. Now remember, Rangers have used all the substitutes. They're still worried about Stefan Klos. This might not be over yet. A little twist of the tail, perhaps.
Fernando Rickson. Shot on target, but not a great problem for Julian Speroni.
It looked as if it dipped right at the end. Rickson hits it well. Just a little dip towards, just in front of the goalkeeper, but Speroni again shows good quality.
Gavin Ray, Vachanovo again, deflected off Amoruso, and it spoons up into the arms of Stefan Klos.
It's great play initially from Novo, but he's got to pick a player here. He tries to be fair to find Caballero. Amoruso, give him credit for defending well. He's been a hero for Rangers today. He scored the goal, this could be the winner. He's also defended very well, not for the first time.
Milne's header, kept in by Nacho Novo. And the shot saved by Stefan Klos from Stephen Milne. Didn't really catch the shot.
Doesn't get enough on it. I bet it's an easy one for Stefan Klos.
The 4 minutes of added time are nearly up. Neil McCann trying to get away from Lee Mayer. He was having his shirt pulled, but the first foul, says Kenny Clark, was committed by McCann. Dundee's free kick. Full time at Hampden. Rangers have won the treble. Alec McLeish joins an illustrious list of names. Bill Struth, Scott Simon, Jock Willis, Walter Smith, Dick Advocat, and now Alec McLeish, treble winners with Rangers. But the emotion is pouring out of Amoruso, and if there was any doubt about whether he's leaving the club in the close season, I think his face tells all. What a season for Rangers. What a first full season in charge for Alec McLeish. He has won every tournament he's gone into with any chance of success. Well, Barry Ferguson following in a long line of big-name Rangers players. Jock Shaw, Bobby Shearer, John Gregg, Richard Gough, Lorenzo Amoruso have all picked up the trophies which accumulate to make the treble. And now it's Barry Ferguson's turn. It's the treble for Rangers.
time last year, Alec and I were standing probably in the same booth, and there were 2 trophies, and here we are a year later, Alec, and there are 3 trophies, right? And you know, whether you're the chairman or whether you're working in the shops, there's a lot of people here from all parts of Rangers. Then life is a lot easier when you're successful, and that is on the football pitch. So my main comment tonight, the main message I'd like to go over to all of you is what a great job that Alec and his direct staff and the players have done in delivering to the club this year those 3 trophies. The CIS Cup, the championship last week was just absolutely outstanding, and of course the Scottish Cup today. So Alec, congratulations to all of you in the team.
Just when I thought it couldn't get any better. The chairman said 2 trophies last year, 3 this year. Does that mean you want 4 next year? No pressure there then, eh? No, but it's great to be up here celebrating yet another cup victory. And the lads, credit to them, they dug deep today. It was a pretty traumatic week last week. There was a few nerves, I'm sure, amongst the fans, and shreds. And we were likewise, similar. We go through the same emotions, and I think we know how much it means to you. But we've delivered. And I don't know how I can follow that, but obviously I need good players to help me, Jan and Andy, and pass the buck to the chairman there. But it's a big happy family, and it's not just about one person, it's not just about one department within Rangers, it's about the whole shooting match. But we know that if we're doing it on the pitch, it can make everybody's life that wee bit easier.
All right, Tom.
We love you. Last year I felt a bouncy coming on, and I feel our bluebells are blue coming on now. So all I would say now is well done to the players. Relax tonight, guys, but no beer in the morning. We're going for a warm down. Training in one day as usual. Right. I get carried away now, so I better quit while I'm ahead. Thank you, Rangers!
Lorenzo, you've experienced a treble before. How good is this one for you?
This one has been definitely, I'm not saying better because more or less has the same value, but how we achieved it has been different. It's been harder and very difficult to achieve. I mean, even today, I know that everybody probably was expecting for us to win this Scottish Cup, but it's been a tough game. Then they had a good game. The condition of the weather were very hot and humid as well. So it was not the best game so far, but we managed to score 1 goal and keep them away from our goal. So that's the most important thing.
It had the look of a 1-goal game, and who popped up to score it?
It's me. I've been lucky. No, I mean, great feeling, just winning the Scottish Cup final with my goal is brilliant. What you can ask more. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's important for me to finish the season high and giving to these great fans, great credit, great trophies, great trebles, and that's the most important thing for us.
Can you see the goal in your mind just now?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. We'll be there for a long time to go, believe me. No, fantastic delivery from Neil McCann on the right-hand side, great one. I just saw the ball coming and just dived basically almost, and I just touched the ball, not much, but a little bit. Just put a little deflection, put the defender and the goalkeeper out of the sides basically, and the ball. I saw the ball just going through the net and then starting celebrating there.
Stefan, you've been here quite a while now, but the fans this year seem to have got right behind you and made you their goalkeeper. Like, they loved Andy Goram and now they love you. To win a treble for these supporters and for yourself, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. We worked so hard for the whole season, and especially with last Sunday, the last league game. I think it was a special occasion for all of us, for the supporters, for the players, for everybody. And I think this will be a day to remember. And then it's not easy to play the cup final the following weekend, and that we got the result today to make it a treble. I think it's just a tremendous season for us.
You've seen the 3 trophies at Ibrox before, but now you can put your arms around them and they actually belong to you and the other players. You've achieved this.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. The trophies here look really good, and domestic-wise, I think we've done great. You know, and it's been a long season, and I think everybody is happy that we could please the fans. The fans, I think they carried us through some of the games this year, and I think it's a fantastic time for Rangers Football Club this year, and I think all the supporters, they really enjoyed the last couple of weeks.
Last year there were 2 trophies in there, Alex. This year it's 3. What level of pride do you have for yourself and for the club seeing the trophies back there in that cabinet?
Yeah, I mean, it really is a wonderful feeling, personally, and on a personal level. It's got to be, number 1 in my career. Realise it probably made a rod for my back now in terms of the future, but I think at a club like Rangers, you always, the expectations are high anyway, and we should always be striving for silverware, and it would have been more, I think, difficult for me if we hadn't brought some success to the club. I've had great support from my staff, everybody associated with the club, but also my family, my wife Jill, who's been very strong and put up with me all these years, and John, Jamie, Rebecca, and of course wee Alfie, I better mention him, the wee dog. So fabulous support from the family, my immediate family, and it's still a little bit hard to take in at the moment, but we have achieved something quite magnificent.
You personally joined the list of only 6 previous managers in 130 years at this club to have got these 3 trophies in the one season. Have you been able to take that in? It's only a couple of days since the cup final. Have you been able to take it in the enormity of that achievement?
I think in years to come, I'll probably look back and say, it was quite an achievement, and nobody can ever take that away from you. Just now, your mind starts turning to other things, the task ahead, the difficult job ahead. Winning these things is these trophies is not an overnight job. It's hard work, and that's not just me. It's everybody. It's the players. There's the mental energies that you expend as well. But as I said, I'll savour it very much. But I suppose the enormity of it, if you like, as people have told me, which I don't really, I try not to get too euphoric about that. And I'm sure that when it's all done and dusted in the future, and I'm sitting with the grandkids on the knee, then I can look back and say, that was special.
Alec, you touched on the level of expectation, but last year at this same time we sat here and there were only 2 trophies in there, and there are 3 now. What would you say to the supporters just looking forward, because you have built up this level of expectation, but is it unreal maybe to think we just go on from here?
Yeah, well, I think the quality the players have shown this season, plus the fighting spirit, never underestimate that. You need the fire in the belly to be a good player, a great player, and of course what distinguishes I suppose the good players from the cream is the quality, the technical quality. We have showed a lot of that, and we don't want the quality to go down in any way, shape or form at Rangers, and we'll always strive to have that. There's no guarantee. You see how close it was in securing these trophies, and I imagine it'll be the same again. More hard work, but we know the expectation levels of the fans of Rangers and of ourselves. You know, we set high standards ourselves, and we have to do our very best. I think that's the key word is, well, the key words is doing our best. And if we do our best, then I don't think we'll be far away. We would love to do a little bit better in Europe. We know that Europe is where you make your mark as a football club, and we would love to be involved in the latter reaches of the European competition every year.
So Alex, on behalf of Rangers supporters everywhere, many congratulations on what you've achieved this year. It's been absolutely fantastic.
It's a great pleasure to deliver success to the club, and I've always been a team player, and I feel absolutely euphoric for everybody concerned with this great club.
Absolutely magnificent. Just how do you follow a treble? Well, the story will unfold, but one thing is for sure, with Alex McLeish at the helm, Rangers will always be ready. From me, Derek Johnston, goodbye.
It was very, very exciting from a fan's point of view, nerve-wracking as well. But just well done, and hope they can do it again next season. And when you seen Barry lifting the trophy and stuff, it was just great. The expressions on their face and things just said it all.
That day against Dunfermline at the end of the season was unbelievable. I think it showed with the roar at the end of the game, and just apprehensive where we're going to win or no. And I know time was telling on my radio, and I was listening, and but I knew the boys would come through in the end, and I kept with Barry first, and there was only going to be one result. It was great.
The big win that we were looking for was the league, obviously. We won the Scottish Cup last year, and we were looking to get the league trophy back to Ibrox. But once we'd won the Cup on Saturday, it kind of dawned that we actually did everything.
I just can't wait to get on that plane for that first trip. I mean, I've been down to, I've been from Moscow to Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. I just cannot wait till that draw comes out. Get my name down for the first flight, and then look forward to at least another 3 trips.
I think everyone's looking forward to anticipating the next treble. It looks as if it's been another exciting time. I know there'll be some players going out, but it looks like there'll be quite a few coming in too, so it looks like exciting times at Ibrox.